Hey everyone, it's that time of week again. It's my time, it's my time. Nearly held it until the end. Welcome, this is another Eurovision podcast with me, Sam. And actually, I'm going to move the camera a tiny bit so you can see he's in it again. Rabey, but he's actually sleeping, so let's not talk too loud. So, a lot to get through this week. I expect the camera to overheat as it always does, so I'll get straight into it. I'll leave the big, obviously, countries till last. We'll start off with Lithuania. They've gone through all their all their heats now. They have two semi-finals and the final. Monica Marija got a perfect 24 points last night. That's 12 points from the jury, 12 points from the public voting at home. So her song Light On got through last night, and the week before her song Criminal got through, which didn't get max points. It only finished second in the jury, third with the public. So Lithuania, do not pick the wrong song. Criminal is your song for Eurovision. If you don't pick that, you're not going to be nowhere near the top, in my eyes. So let's just wait and see what happens in Lithuania. Hopefully they pick Monica Marija's Criminal. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. Just type in Criminal Eurovision 2019 and you should find it. Moving on, Estilau is still rolling on. They've done their two heats now, and I was a bit surprised with some of the outcomes. They're making mistakes, which is not good for Estonia because they need to qualify this year. After the last sort of couple of years, apart from last year, obviously, Elena Nashaiva was my pick to win, and she didn't. But she did qualify, and the two previous years were two rocky years for them, even though they had Verona, which is one of my favourite songs. I'll start with semi-final one, which was done on Thursday night, I believe. The worst song in Estilau, The Swingers, and Tanya and Brigitte. Brigitte, yeah. How that got through, I have no idea. Tanya and Brigitte have been to Eurovision before and represented their country. And I think High Heels in the Neighbourhood. I really don't know what people are thinking by even putting that through. I really don't. It knocked out a really good song by Ranella, with the song Supernova, which is a very upbeat song, bit of drum and bass. That would have gone down really well or not very well at Eurovision because it's totally different. I think that deserved to get to the final because that was a really good song. Also in that one you had the Ranjijad lady who sang that from Urban Symphony. Yeah, got there actually. She got through in that semi-final. I'm quite glad because it's one of these songs that's borderline, but I think it'd be the wrong choice to send it this year after Elena last year. Moving on to semi-final 2, that was done yesterday. Both of them were pre-recorded and public voted. Two songs didn't get through, which really surprised me. Actually, there's a couple that didn't get through. Volbin Z D Katzen never got through. It's always one of there's two wacky songs in the same one. There's that, and there's another one I can't even describe. But two good songs, Around the Sun, Follow Me Back, never got through. I thought that was a stone nail to the wall to get through. And Great Empire never got through, which was a big surprise to me because that's a really good song as well. I thought her and Vanilla would both get through in their semis. And that's basically Estilau sort of wrapped up these last couple of days. And we'll go on to the big one, which started yesterday. We know Eurovision's coming, so we know this is coming around. Melody Festivalen, the Swedish national finals. So I say finals because it's 4 heats, 4 semi-finals, and then you have your Underchansen, and then the final itself. So what happens in each semi-final? You have 7 acts, 2 get knocked out straight away, and then the other 5, the voting reopens, and then they announce one finalist, 2 go to Underchansen, and they announce a second finalist as well. So the 2 finalists go straight to the final, and the 2 Underchansen go to a battle stage. So it's a bit like The Voice over here, where they do the battles and they battle it out, and then one of them goes through and one doesn't. So last night's semi-final was quite poor actually for Melody Festival standards. I hope it's not going to be like last year. Melody Festival was really poor last year, but saying that, they got all the decent songs through. So it's a really cat in the bag sort of situation in Sweden. Obviously, they didn't do too well last year. Benjamin Ingrosso was probably their worst performer since France, and I think France only finished 6th. So a lot riding on the shoulders this year of whoever wins. So let's go through my favourite. I think, despite the poor running order last night of the acts, I do think the right songs did get through. Even though my favourite was High 15 with the song No Drama, which even though it didn't get through, it finished 6th and only got just under 815,000 votes. So yeah, it wasn't enough. That was my favourite song. So I think that deserved to go through at least to Ander Chanson. Thank you, Chris. Yes, he's tired. He was up all night. Yeah, he's not even responding, Chris. But Victoria got through with a ballad, which really surprised me because she has brought 2 up-tempo songs the last couple of years, and she did a ballad last night, which is a nice change, but there was only one song for me last night that really did grab my attention, and that was Mwembe's Hello, which does sound a bit like Halo by Beyonce, if just the chorus lyrics-wise. If you listen to that, you'll know. And through to Ander Chanson was Nano, who, again, a very bland song, and ex-Eurovision competitor, the only person in the last decade who's actually never qualified for the semi-final. Since they brought the semi-finals in, Anna Bergendahl never got through from the semi-final the year she went, and that's the only time Sweden have never qualified with the semi-finals. It gets better. Semi-final 3 and semi-final 4 are the best ones, but next week is semi-final 2, where you have Marguerite, who finished 2nd in the Polish final in 2007, which then became a massive hit, and Poland flopped that year, unfortunately. She went to Melody Festival last year with the song In My Cabana, which got to the final and then didn't do too well. I think it finished 8th, something like that. And you've also got Hannah Fem, and she's duetting with Liamu, who was there last year. Very good song with Last Breath, something I sing myself. So that's going to be a good one. Semi-final 3 is when it really kicks in. The quality acts are there. Quality acts like Dolly Style are back, and I cannot wait to listen to their song Habibi. You've also got Omar, Jean-Henrik Fraligan, who nearly qualified to go in 2017, I believe it was, when he was duetted with a lovely lady. He's a Native Indians, that sort of way. He does that sort of music. Don't know how he's going to do this third attempt. And you've also got Martin Sternmark as well, who did the song Las Vegas, already been to Eurovision as well. So a lot of experience there. And in semi-final 4, you have Jean Lundvig, who's written one of the songs for the UK this year. So he's back. He did very well last year, so I'm glad he's back. Great to hear his song. Lisa Ajax is in that one as well. And you also have Anton Hagman, who beat Lorraine in Ander Chanson in 2017, which was seen as a massive shock because Lorraine was guaranteed to get to the final. The fact she went to Ander Chanson and then lost was a big surprise in itself, and then to be beat by Anton Hagman, it was a big surprise. So I'll go through some of the songs and some of the songwriters in Sweden. So last year's Swedish chap Benjamin Ingrosso has written a song for Bishari. Jean Ludwig's already done the UK one this year. He's also written his own. And Omar's song, who I've mentioned from semi-final 3, was written by the 2013 act Robin Sternberg. Great song, You, back then. So that sort of Melody Festival and sort of kicked off. Nothing too exciting in this episode, I do apologise. A lot of countries now are getting their semi-finals and finals out the way. So we've got Georgia doing their Pop Idol, Georgian Idol. Latvia, Supernova. It looks like Marcus Reva's going to probably win there. It's not a great song. Not a great final for Latvia. They will probably not qualify. Malta have picked their artist now in Michaela Pace. After going for the X Factor route, she's only 17. I think she's now 18 now. She just had her birthday recently. Moldova are just picking theirs. Israel just opened their submissions to get their artists and their songs. So that's a big surprise. Denmark have just picked their finalists for their show. Austria and Finland have picked their artists. Songs are going to be at a later date. And Hungary could be going down the rock route. Now, I have looked at some other people's podcasts where they say that's the wrong choice for them. I think AWS were a breath of fresh air last year, and it was just sad they're at the wrong end of that board because I really had good hopes on them, especially as I put a quid on for them as well. They were really good last year, totally different to everything else. It looks like they're going to bring another heavy metal act this year. Let's hope they will. That's basically it. Toby, do you want to say anything? No. He doesn't. Right, that's me done this week. Hopefully I'll have something a bit more exciting next week. I'll probably be posting a few more videos throughout the week now for sort of reaction videos, and I'll probably be doing some singing videos as well. And I'll probably get some sort of theme going for it. So have a good evening. I'll probably move these to every Sunday now just because of Melody Festival, and it makes sense to review the show after it's been done instead of waiting a whole week to do it. So